So behind me here is one of the first schools and the first teachers I actually went to and studied with in Jerez, Manuel Lozano El Carbonero. So El Carbonero is one of the most well-known teachers in Jerez. I mean, some of the greatest modern or contemporary players have actually passed through these doors, and most notably for the current generation, I believe Marito sent his son Diego here for a number of lessons just to kind of get him started off. The school overall, it's very interesting, and it's maybe to kind of talk about it a little bit further. Manuel Lozano El Carbonero's teacher would have been Rafael Aguilar, and Rafael Aguilar would have been the teacher to a number of the previous generation of guitar players in Jerez. For example, Periquín Hero, Antonio Hero, Paco Cepero. I believe Gerardo Nunez studied with Rafael Aguilar for a period of time and then went his own way. But the method of teaching is quite unique, and I asked Manuel about this, and he said really he kind of took it, basically this method of actual teaching really kind of comes from him. So from my own kind of experience, you basically if you're turning up for a lesson, you maybe ask for a certain palo. So I want to do tientos, okay? You'll be shown a falseta de entrada, compás, and if you can't pick it up, you go out, you stay for about maybe 10-15 minutes, practice away by yourself. Another student passes in, and they're doing another different palo. So you might have maybe 5-6 students in the class during the morning time, and everyone is kind of coming in, coming out, coming in, coming out. And at the end of the class, you then have the opportunity to record the material. So Manuel is quite generous with the material that he does teach. It's very good standard material for starting off, and in a class you could potentially end up getting maybe 4 or 5 falsettas and a couple of different compass variations as well. Also Manuel, as far as I'm aware, he does lessons for accompaniment for cante, and the last time I was here, this is about maybe kind of coming close to 8 years ago. I was here for 2 weeks, and on the Wednesdays there would be the cante accompaniment class, and so that would run for 2 hours, and you would basically get an idea of the different chord structures for each accompaniment for cante. So I mean, in that particular class, from my recollection, we did Soleá, Fandango, Fandango Libre, Tientos Tangos, Alegrías. So it's a real good opportunity for people who want actually an introduction to accompanying the song, to get an idea of it. As far as I recollect, the singer that was turning up in the class was Paco El Gasolina, and on other occasions Manuel himself would actually sing. And Manuel in the past as well has accompanied some of the great singers in Jerez, El Sordera, a number of others, Luis de la Pica, a lot. He's a very well-known accompanist. So if you have the chance to pass by the school, do take the opportunity. It's quite an interesting school, and Manuel's a good laugh as well. He likes a joke and a laugh while doing the classes. One particular memory that really springs to mind. I believe let's say that there was going to be a show one particular night, and one of the students, or Manuel's students, turned up with an anvil, and I was going, what's going on here? I was there working away through my falsetta, and the next thing Manuel comes out with a big hammer, basically threatening, kind of jokingly, you better get the falsettas right when you come in. And then the next thing, he starts hitting the hammer, and I was just like, okay, he's actually doing Cante de Fragua. He started singing Tona, so it's quite funny, so these are sort of the things I remember anyway, from my time studying with Manuel. And if you have the opportunity to pass by Jerez, it's a great school. So that's all for here now. We'll move further on now down to Plaza Arenal.